Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Life and Living with Toby. I am so excited to be here. I always look forward to these videos. Honestly, I look forward to making these videos on Fridays. It's almost like the highlight of my week now. I get excited just thinking about talking to you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying listening to it as well. This week we're going to be talking about putting God first. I feel like the enemy always tries to attack this area of our lives. He always tries to attack our time with God. There are many things that it could happen. It could be, you could feel like, oh, I'm just so busy, there's so many things on my mind. But then he sends all these things just to distract us from what's most important, which is we putting God first and we spending quality time with God. And in this video, we're going to talk about that as well. I'm going to share some examples and give some illustrations that I feel would really help us. So let's continue. So I remember last week, I had gotten back from work, and I went to my room. Okay, and then my mom came in. And I knew she was there, but then I was not aware. I don't know how to explain it. So she was there, but then I wasn't talking to her. I was actually on my phone. So I was there, chatting away, and I was just typing away. And I think she was actually there for about, let's say, 5 minutes. And then she said, Toby, I've been here for like 5 minutes and you've been on your phone. I actually want to spend time with you as well. And I know that it might it sounds so normal, but that thing did something to me that day. Like, when she finally, we obviously spoke for a bit, but when she left my room, I just sat down on my bed and I was like, whoa. Like, if my mom is so intentional about just wanting to spend time with me and listening to me, and how much more God? I'm sure that God really does want us to spend time with him, and I'm sure that he breaks his heart as well when we are too busy, or we get carried away, or we allow the cares of this world, or we allow guilt to prevent us from doing that. He really wants to spend quality time with us, and my charge is to encourage us to put him first. There's another thing that happened that same week. I had left my house. I was going to work, and then I was really rushing. So that morning I didn't pray. I woke up late. I realized that it was already like 7:30. I had to have a quick shower. It was just like, Toby needs to leave this house quickly. And then I left the house. I got to my stop, and then I realized that I left my phone at home. Guys, do you know what I did? Bear in mind that I was so busy, that I was so late that I didn't pray, right? I was so late that I was rushing and trying to leave the house. But then I had gotten to where I was supposed to get a bus. Okay, and I realized that I forgot my phone. Can anyone, guess what I did? You guessed right. I went back home. And that's about like 10 to 15 minutes here. I went back home just to get my phone. You see, right? I know that just sounds like a casual example, but then let's go to Jeremiah 2 verse 32. I'm going to read the NET version. It says, does a young woman forget to put on her jewels? Does a bride forget to put on her bridal attires? But my people have forgotten me for more days than that can be counted. Wow. Okay. I'm going to get back to that story I just shared here. Has any one of us, let's say you're going for a party or you're going to church, and then you forgot to put on your earrings, or you forgot to put on your jewels or something, and you go back home to wear it? If you have done, just wave. I have done it. And it's the same thing. I forgot my phone at home, but I was not too late to go back to get it. You see, I went back home to get my phone. But how many of us have forgotten to pray? And then we say, oh my God, I forgot to pray. And then we go back home to pray. How many of us have done that? Well, I haven't. And I'm sure that many of us haven't. So it just shows that, and it's so subtle, because it sounds like, no, now I just had to get it. But the same way you had to go back to get it is the same way that you should put God first. It's the same level of intention that you should have. You should be so intentional about wanting to spend time with Him and wanting to put Him first in every area. And I feel like, in fact, these topics that I come to talk about, I feel like it's something that God is personally also like dealing with me about, and then He makes me also talk about it to help others and also help myself. So I just hope that we all make a conscious effort, to put spending time with God first. Like, let's not take it lightly, because the enemy is literally like fighting it. Why? Because he knows that the more we spend time with God, the more we fellowship with Him, the more we know, the more we become like Him, the more aware we are. Do you understand? The more aware we are, the more in tune we are with His plans and purposes for our lives. But the part that struck me the most was the last part, where the Bible says, "But my people have forgotten me more days that can be counted." So that means that God also feels forgotten sometimes by us, and He has emotions too. So, and I wonder, sometimes I just kind of like paint pictures. I imagine God, God put us first. Every single one of us. He put every single one of us first. And He always puts us first every time. So imagine now, God put us first, right? And then He loved us so much. And then He sent His only Son to die for us. Do you understand? Because He loves us. And because we're His priority. Okay? But then we can't even be bothered to spend time with Him. We're always in a hurry. We're always in a haste. Do you understand? And I feel it even goes beyond just spending, praying and spending time with God. It also goes into like different areas, even like into our finances. Do you put God first in your finances? Has God told you to do something? Has God told you, okay, every month? Because I feel like these things are also like instructions. God gives every single person instructions on how to, He deals with us differently. So there are certain instructions that God might give you as an individual. Like, okay, every month do this or give this amount. Do you do it, or do you kind of make excuses? God, this month, see, I have so many things to. I have this amount of things I need to get done. I can't. And then we don't put Him first. We don't put that instruction He has given to us first, and then we make excuses for it. It ought not to be so. Let's all make up our minds that God's always going to be our priority. He's always going to be first. Always, always, always. And let's try to keep to it. And our responsibility this week, or should I say our assignment this week, is to intentionally put God first. I know how the Bible says that seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these other things will be added unto you. I like all these other things, and I'm sure that you do as well. So let's intentionally put God first. So thank you guys for watching again, and I would also love to hear from you. What ways do you think that we can be more intentional about doing this? I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your own experience as well. It's always nice to hear from you guys. So until next week, I hope you guys were blessed, and I love you so much, and thank you for always being here. Thank you for always watching. Have a great week, guys. Bye.